Hello Stampers, Kelly Acheson at stampabove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today I have this adorable, clean and crisp little card to share with you. We are going to be using the Celebration Time stamp set and the Celebration Thinlit dies. Both of these are retiring with our current catalog, and I have to say that I'm a little sad about it because I absolutely love this stamp set, and as a demonstrator I probably won't use it a lot more, but you can get your hands on this before it's gone. So I'm going to share some tips with you on how I made this adorable card. Let's get started. First thing I like to do is bring in my cardstock layers, and you can always find these dimensions on my blog at www.stampabove.com. At the end of the video, you'll be able to click on a link that's in the top right corner of the screen that'll take you right to this specific blog post. I've got Lemon Lime Twist and Pool Party. These are both scraps, and also a scrap of Whisper White. And then the layers for our card, we've got a piece of Whisper White that's 3 inches by 4 1/4, and a piece of Pool Party that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then I've got a Whisper White thick card base. And oh my gosh, if you haven't gotten your hands on this thick cardstock by Stampin' Up, you really need to get a pack. It really is a substantial, stronger card base. Whisper White cardstock, let me tell you a little story about this. I had a brand new customer, and she got the Heartfelt Blooms stamp set during Celebration, and that's one of our very, very detailed floral stamps. She emailed me and said she was not having the same results that I had shown on my video with the Heartfelt Bloom stamp set. So I asked her a few questions. I said, what kind of cardstock are you stamping it on, and what kind of ink are you using? So she got back to me and said she just had some cardstock from the store, and I said, Whisper White is a very premium stamping cardstock. It has like a certain sheen on it that makes it a less porous cardstock, and it is fabulous for stamping on because your ink just gives you a better image. So she told me that she would think about it. And a day or so later, I saw that she had ordered some Whisper White cardstock, and I was really excited for her because you don't think that your cardstock really makes that much of a difference, but it really does. She emailed me back once she received that cardstock, and she said, I cannot believe how fabulous this cardstock is. It really made a huge difference, and she actually tested out a whole bunch of different stamps and inks on the Whisper White and was thoroughly impressed with it. So your cardstock that you're stamping on really does matter. There's my long story. Sorry for that, but people don't understand the value of that good cardstock to stamp on. It really does make a big difference. Okay, so I'm going to get off my soapbox and we are going to put this card together. Right now I'm looking, here's my embossing folder. This is the Polka Dot Basics embossing folder, and I'm going to take this little white layer and I'm going to run it through in the Big Shot, and I'll be right back. And here we go. And isn't that just pretty? I just like those polka dots. They're very simple and basic, as it's called. This embossing folder is going to remain in the catalog, so that's wonderful. I'm happy about that. I'm going to put these two layers together and get this ready for all the pretty little decorations we're going to put on it. Maybe if I can get it straight here. There we go. I've got some basic black baker's twine, and I'm going to do kind of just a little bit of cheating here. I'm just going to wrap this around and use some tape. Rather than bring it around the whole card and tie a bow, that's tricky, right? So nobody knows what's going on the back of these layers. So let's do a little cheating. This is a cheater. And it's a good cheater, not a you're doing something dastardly cheater. And then I'm bringing in my bow jig. I absolutely love this thing. If you do not have one, and you struggle with bows, this is your best friend. I'm going to wrap that around there 3 times. I'm going to make it a little shorter here, 3 times. And then underneath, over the top, and now we're just going to tie it in a single knot. My friend Denise's husband makes these. And if you would like to get your hands on one, please feel free to pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com, and I will put you in contact with Denise, and she will mail you one of these bow jigs. With shipping and handling, she's charging $10, and they are worth their weight in gold. They're fabulous. Okay, so here's our cute little bow. And I'm just going to use a mini glue dot to attach that to our little cheater piece here. And I kind of, can you see that? I kind of wadded up that mini glue dot so that it'll fit perfectly behind our bow. Sweet, right? Okay, now I am going to do a little bit of stamping here. I'm going to stamp the cake. I'm going to use Black Stays-On ink. Stampin' Up! Is bringing Black Stays-On ink back to our main catalog, and I couldn't be happier about it because it is a quality product. Oops, that kind of, I wiggled that. It's kind of smeared, so let me try that again. There we go. I am going to die cut this with the birthday cake right here like this. And then I've got these 2 little flowers. I'm going to die cut 3 flowers out of these 2 sheets of paper. And then one last thing that I need. Oh, I've got this die cut already. This is our Stitched Shapes circle, and I've got that die cut and ready to stamp on. So I'll be right back. Okay, here's our cake. Here's our little flowers and our little dies. You guys, I have to show you the dies in here. As soon as this stamp set came out, I was just so excited about it because it's got some of the cutest little elements in the framelits, not to mention the stamp set. But you have this fabulous tag. You've got another tag here. I didn't poke out, this is just a sample, I didn't poke out all the little pieces, but can you see how adorable that is? And you've also got another tag, and hang on, I want to show you. There's this little die in here like this. Now, what the heck is that for? That is for you to insert gift cards in. So you can put one here and on a bigger piece, and then one over here, and your gift card will fit right in between that. And then we have this cute little party hat. And the flowers are actually intended to go on the top of that hat. Isn't that adorable? We have this piece that layers right behind here to give you some color through those little peekaboo windows. So that's cute, or it can be used alone. And then you have this fun little bow that's also on here, as well as some candles and some confetti. There's just a whole bunch of really neat little dies in here. I'm going to take this back out and put these back in here. This has really been one of my favorite bundles as far as birthday party cards because you have so many different things you can do with it, and I love sets that have a lot of variety. Okay, now, oops, I forgot, look at those cute little candles. There's another one. Hang with me. I'm having a little hot flash here. Whew. Oh, I hate those things. They come at the worst time, too. If you guys experience them, you know what I'm talking about, right? I need to poke out these little pieces. There we go. Hang on while I do a little strip tease for you. I had to take off that sweater. I was cold before, but I'm not anymore. Thank you, internal temperature gauge that is extremely confused. I take some medication that I don't know if that's really the problem, but these hot flashes started when I started taking this medication, and it's just not fun. This stamp is from the Celebration Time stamp set, and you'll find it right here. I am going to use a black marker on here because I want this to be on 2 lines instead of just one. So I'm just going to mark up the happy. Make sure I get my marker on there. I'm going to stamp that right over there. Isn't that cute? And I'm going to clean off my stamp really good. You want to make sure you don't have any residue left. See, there was just a little bit of black in there that I just got off by stamping it on my scrap paper. And then I'm going to come in and do the birthday part. And I see I just got some ink where I don't want it. I'm going to take my little wipe and hope, oh, there we go. I'm going to wipe that off. And then I'm going to redo this because I just stamped it on my table. Yeah, I've been dropping a lot of things lately. It's just a little frustrating. But it happens to all of us, right? Okay, I've got another little tiny black piece right there, I think. Okay, I think we're ready. Oh my gosh, there you go. Things are going my way. Okay, this piece, I'm gonna color a little bit. I've got Pool Party and Lemon Lime Twist, and I'm just opening this up a little bit and squeezing it. I had somebody ask me the other day with the new ink pads that are coming out, can we still do this? Yes, we can. It's a little bit harder to squeeze, but it is still doable. I'm gonna bring out my aqua painter. I always like to kind of have a tissue just in case it's a little wetter than I want it. And we are going to color this little white piece. Now, Whisper White cardstock is not watercolor paper. So when you do something like this, you don't want to use too many brush strokes. You want to try and get it done as fast as possible without going back and forth. Some people say it always pills for them when they do that. That's because you're wiping back and forth too much. Figure out what you're going to do and get her done without wiping back and forth. And now I'm just going to, oops, I'm getting a little bit too much water here. I'm just going to color my little platter portion of this. There we go. And then we're going to come in with some Lemon Lime Twist. This is just a super easy little technique. And it goes really quickly. I love these two colors together, Pool Party and Lemon Lime Twist. They're just so delicious looking, aren't they? Okay, we are ready to put things together here. I'm going to grab some dimensionals. We're going to put our cake on dimensionals. And I'm putting my dimensionals over towards the back of the left side because that's the part that's going to stick onto our die cut circle. We're going to take these little flowers and add a little bit of a glue dot to the back of them. I'm going to put that right in the middle here. And then these two little baby ones are going to go on our white circle. This one right here. It's all these little things I think that we do to our cards that really makes them special, don't you think? Look at those cute little flowers. Let me move these out of the way so I don't lose them. And now we'll bring our cake in. And we're going to just put that right on this white circle. Here comes this layer. Now I want to tell you something. Well, hang on. We'll continue on this, and then I'm gonna give you a really good tip because something happened to me. I told you I've been like having a lot of mistakes lately. I've been dropping things and all kinds of stuff. And you really learn a lot when you do that. It's frustrating, yes, but you do learn a lot from it. So now I'm going to put this right on the front here. And I'm going to do that so that my cake kind of sticks over the edge. So that just really adds a lot of interest over here, okay? Now, before I glue this to my card front and say, okay, we're done, we're going to stamp the inside of this. And we're going to stamp the time to celebrate. And I'm just going to bring in my black, and we're going to stamp that right here. And that didn't turn out very good. It appears as if my black ink pad doesn't have a lot of juice in it. So if I would have glued my front on my card, you're going to be like, okay, well, it's going to have to be good enough, or you're going to have to add another panel to the inside. But because I didn't glue it down now, I can simply turn my card this way and stamp again. Let me make sure that I've got this. That looks better. We're going to try this again. There we go. Then I'm going to take these cute little candles and some lemon lime twist, and I'm going to stamp them right there. All right, now we can simply cover this front up and nobody will know that we had to redo this, right? So that's why you don't want to glue things together. Don't glue your pieces together for your card until you're done stamping them, because this will save you a lot of frustration. And there we go. One last thing. We don't want to forget to add some rhinestones to our little flowers, because that's going to be that little extra touch that takes your card from, oh, that's pretty, to, ooh, right? I used 2 small rhinestones and then a medium-sized rhinestone for the bigger flower. And there we have just a really pretty, clean and simple little card with some very interesting little elements on it. There we go. Happy birthday. If you'd like to get your hands on this bundle, I'm hoping that by the time this video airs, it's still available. The stamp sets are guaranteed until sometime in May, but the thinlits are considered an accessory, all of our dies, and so they are only while supplies last. You'll find all the ordering links on my blog. You can click right up here in the top right-hand corner. That'll take you right to this post where I'll have all the dimensions, pictures, and a list of all the ingredients that I used. When you click on that, you can click on the stamp set. It'll take you right to my Stampin' Up store. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. I would be happy to send you. Our new catalog is coming out soon. I'd be happy to send that to you for free. I do send out a free catalog to everyone who's placed an order with me in the last 6 months of at least $50. So I hope you enjoyed this card today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.